snacks.
Yo, what it do, snackers and snackettes? It's your boy Gage. This here is Loading Snacks Weekly.
Yeah.
I'm hosting. Jokes chilling.
Yeah.
And we got some things to talk about.
Got some things to talk about?
Yeah, so here's what I want to do. I want to run through the top downloads on PS4 from last month.
Okay.
Okay. Then we're going to talk about Bethesda and their stance on crossplay.
Okay.
We're going to talk about that a little bit. We're going to take a break.
A little break.
And then we're just going to talk about what we're playing right now.
Cool.
Maybe a little something else. But that's
All right,
on the
nigga.
major.
All right,
Okay?
cool.
So here's what I want to do. I'm going to read you a list
All right, let's do it.
of the top downloads on PS4.
Let's see if I downloaded it.
You didn't.
I probably did.
Can you guess what number one is? Take a guess. What do you think the most downloaded game on PlayStation 4 of last month? Of July 2018.
Is it a PlayStation only title?
No.
Is it ever?
No.
Fortnite?
Nope.
It's not Fortnite.
No. Although that was the number one downloaded free-to-play game.
Ha!
It's Grand Theft Auto 5.
Still?
Listen. Grand Theft Auto 5. Rocket League.
Rocket League, yep.
No Man's Sky. Yeah.
After the update.
FIFA 18.
Okay.
Destiny 2. Darksiders War Master Edition.
Okay.
Minecraft PlayStation 4 Edition.
Unstoppable.
Right.
Unstoppable.
Fallout 4.
Okay. Damn. Still.
Need for Speed. And Horizon Zero Dawn, the complete edition. So, here's why I want to talk about this. Grand Theft.
How old is Grand Theft Auto 5 now?
That game came out in 2013.
13?
I think, right? Because
Jeez.
PS4 and Xbox One came out in 2014.
14? That following year, because you could do the upgrade if you got it on 360 PS3 when you did the upgrade. So, sounds about right.
So, I looked at this list. And I don't... Okay. I can't say that this necessarily means that these were new games. I assume that they're new games. But
Right.
it could be wrong. It could just be... Maybe people had them already.
And just re-download
And they
them back to
re-downloaded
the...
it because, you know, Grand Theft had a new update with the...
Wanted to hop back in.
Right. And I don't know. Rocket League might be new. I don't know why if you had that. It's not like it's a huge game or whatever. Like, why you would delete it.
And most of the time, it's
And
like when it first dropped, it was free. It was like, I don't know
Right.
why you didn't like that. What?
Well,
that,
I mean, there have been a lot of people. There have been a lot of PlayStation sold since
True,
that game
since
was
that-
free. That was a
true.
long time ago. That was a couple of years ago. You know what I mean? So, but the fact that the games that are the most downloaded, like, really the only one on here that's new is FIFA 18.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
That's the thing. Like in No Man's Sky, I mean, it was what we thought was it going to be when it first came out, and it turned out it wasn't what it was. I don't know. I guess
It wasn't what they said it was
yeah,
at all.
at all.
Mostly.
Update came through. I don't know exactly what the update, if it made it that much of a different experience.
I mean, there's a lot. I mean, there have been like 3 major updates. I think it's 3 major updates to No Man's Sky, which, you know, this most recent one just added a lot. I think that the new story stuff was... I'm not interested in No Man's Sky. I mean, it was a moment where I was.
yeah,
I'm past it. But clearly, for a lot of people,
it's still relevant.
even if it was something maybe that they had and they were like, I'm out. You know what I mean? This isn't what I thought it was or what I thought it was going to be. You know, the update comes out.
So
they
let me
hear
just go
about it.
ahead,
They see all the new
download it,
stuff
see
or
what it
whatever. They're
is.
like, let me go back in. Let me see if, you know. Because a lot of people did enjoy it. But, and Destiny 2 I get, right? Forsaken's about to drop.
people trying to jump in.
People are probably jumping in, trying to
regrind, get back to that point. And so, yeah.
But Darksiders War Master Edition, was that on sale?
I don't. It must have been. I mean, we're getting ready for Darksiders, I guess everyone.
Why you laughing, K? Hey, K.
The only way they're gonna have it is on sale.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, it's not new, and they've been talking about there's a new one coming.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, or whatever. And I'm pretty sure it was on sale.
Yeah,
Like,
by all means, Darksiders was a cool game.
Yeah, I dig it. It's just for it to be number 6 in this list of the most downloaded games. You know, on there's 80 million plus PlayStations out there.
Mm-hmm.
That takes a lot to be in the top 10 of that list.
Of the list.
You know what I mean? So that's not small by any means.
Not at all.
You know what I mean? Minecraft.
Unstoppable.
As Kay said.
And the thing with Minecraft is like I can understand now. I clearly understand why that goes. It's like kids play it, adults play it. Mm-hmm. You got
Constantly
a family, constantly updated. You can play it together. You can play it by yourself. It's It's a juggernaut.
I understand Horizon being on there, but it's 10. Right?
I think it's in the right place.
The 10th,
I think it's in the right place.
Fallout 4, I could see people maybe trying to get themselves back into the groove of things with Fallout 76 coming
out.
You know, it also maybe it was on sale on Play. I mean, I didn't see it, but maybe it was on sale, and that's the thing because I know that they added it to Game Pass.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe because the addition to Game Pass is like, hey, we're gonna give you a quick little sale here, so that y'all that want to jump in.
Yeah,
it's not free, but.
But here's the other reason why I brought it up, and I think it's kind of interesting. So, we've talked about this before, but there's been kind of a lot of rigmarole, we'll say. A lot of back and forth as far as Sony and their position on this crossplay, issue, where they just don't seem to want to play ball with everybody else, okay? And I, to an extent, I understand it from a business perspective. And I do think there's a point at which it could start to cost them money.
Yeah.
Okay. However, there are a lot of systems out there, meaning that there are still a lot of people to play with if you're not playing cross-platform. But during QuakeCon, Andrew Reiner at Game Informer sat down with Pete Hines, who's like the executive VP of marketing, right, for Bethesda. And they talked, and one of the things they talked about was the game Elder Scrolls Legend, which you familiar with?
The card game.
Right. Mm-hmm. And it's on PC, like Steam, whatever now, but it's coming to consoles, okay? And one of the things that he talked about was that the game itself, by its nature, is a cross-platform and a cross-progression game. That it doesn't matter whether you play on PC, on iPad, on iPhone,
everything
on
moves
Android.
Along with you.
Everything goes with you. If you buy something, no matter where you play the game, when you sign into your account, all your stuff is there. All of your progress is there. And that basically, if there's a platform out there that doesn't want to play ball with that, they would basically probably pass that platform up. That pretty much means PlayStation. I mean. And I just think it's interesting, right, that we're in this place. There are a lot of people who are making comments about it from a standpoint of like, but there's the, you know what I mean, is really holding Sony's feet to the fire or something like that. And I'm like, it's not like they're saying we're not giving Fallout 76 to PlayStation. You know what I mean?
It's Legends. It's like, it's not
like... It's a smaller game.
Don't get me wrong. There's tons of people that are going to play it.
Absolutely.
There's going to be tons of people that are going to play it. But it's not that make or break, per se.
Right.
That you say, oh, I'm going to get this Fallout 76 on PlayStation 4. Like,
right. It's not going to make or break Sony. It's not going to break Sony. Sony's made. It's not going to it's not going to break PlayStation 4, right? For them to not have Elder Scrolls Legends. However, it's also not going to break Bethesda to not have it on PlayStation.
Got it everywhere else.
It's everywhere else, including on PC. Yes, there are a lot of people who have it who own a PlayStation, but all of those people probably have a phone. You know what I mean? Even if they won't play it on a computer, right? So they have a phone and a computer where they can play it, and even if they'd like to play it on their TV, right? If they have a PlayStation, they maybe have. I don't know if it's coming to Switch. You know if it's coming to Switch?
I haven't heard anything about the Switch yet. Wouldn't surprise me. It absolutely
It should. I mean, they could run it, I'm sure, right? Like, why wouldn't it go to Switch? So I found it interesting, partially because there are a couple of things that this kind of made me think of. And again, we've talked about this, but I don't know if we've hit it from this direction. And I'm wondering whether or not Sony, you know, again, when Sony looks at their numbers and makes a decision about whether or not it makes sense for them, I don't imagine that it could really hurt them to do it. So it seems like a no-brainer. Why wouldn't you just let them do it? It doesn't even really seem like it has to be something that can be done that has to be done on their end, right? Because clearly, again, accidentally it happened on Fortnite. Sony wasn't in control of that, right? Epic was in control of that, right? So it could be done. And I don't imagine it would hurt them so much that it would be that big of a deal. But it made me wonder a couple of things. One, when you look at something like Minecraft, which is in the top 10 downloaded games of last month on PlayStation 4, and Minecraft on that system, though you can cross-play everywhere else except Sony, it's still
in that top 10.
In the top 10 most downloaded games, which means Sony is making money on that game. Now that means Microsoft's making money on it too.
Oh, absolutely.
Right? But Sony is making money on it and it's still there. Without cross-platform play. Right? I don't necessarily think that if the cross-platform play was there, that it would be higher in the list. Right? It might make all of those people who helped make sure it was in that top list happier.
Yeah, most definitely.
Right? But it also means that if you're playing it on PlayStation, you're probably not playing it somewhere else. So while it may not seem like it benefits them from a monetary standpoint, like it would hurt them,
right?
But maybe it's keeping someone from going to somewhere else because they did start there.
Yeah, and they don't want, and they're going to lose it. They're going to lose out. And it's like, depending on the dedication, the hours, the time, what you put into it.
Right.
It's like, some people enjoy those type of things, going over to it, starting fresh, doing something different. But you have a lot of people, especially like if you have your kids maybe, and you have them that have sat on PlayStation hours on it, putting in something. Yeah, I kind of want to put it on Xbox for you to play, but you got to do everything over again. No, I don't want to do everything over again.
And the nature of that kind of a game is the kind of a game that you start over, you do a new world, and you know what I mean, you reseed or whatever, and you start from scratch. But so it's a little bit different. But seeing it there kind of made me wonder about that, right? And how much of an effect it would have. The other thing that it made me think about that I don't think I've heard anybody discuss or write up or anything is, when considering reasons why Sony might not do it, it made me wonder whether or not there is, in my opinion, a difference of quality between what Xbox Live is and what PlayStation Network is. And if you have a game that you can play cross-platform across both units, right, and the PlayStation Network has a tendency to go down more often
than anything,
then it becomes something where if you're a person who's playing on PlayStation and you play with people who play on Xbox, when you realize that they're playing and you're not, right, and it's a bigger thing, right, like, it makes me wonder whether or not that's part of it, right, that they know that the infrastructure isn't quite as robust as what you have with Microsoft, and so that's a reason to be like, let's not.
Hold off. Let's not do that. Yeah. Let's just keep it to ourselves. Play on here. I mean, it could be, but I think in this landscape, and of course with newer games that are coming out and that crossplay just being over there, Sony's gonna. I think they have to play ball with this. I know they want to keep people in their ecosystem. I know they feel, for security purposes and all this, you know what? We're not going to let you outside of that. It's.
I don't know. But that's the other thing is, it makes me wonder whether or not that's another part of it, right? Like, if they feel like their network is more vulnerable by opening the network up. Not necessarily that it's about the players. Right, or the people who are playing on it, but, when you have, a DDoS. Like, DDoS attacks can certainly affect both, but they seem to be worse on the PlayStation side of things than they do on the Microsoft side of things. And, maybe having a fear of something happening that's similar to what happened. I don't know enough about the way it has to work, the way you have to write the code in order to allow the games. I'm just positing, right? But, when you have something happen as bad as what they had with that one super major outage. You know what I'm saying, on PlayStation 3, so clearly a number of years ago, right? But you never want something like that to happen again. And so I could understand a certain amount of fear about opening your network to do something like that. I don't feel like it would be an issue,
right?
But I can maybe understand why they might, I don't know, man. Like, a lot of people feel like they're gonna have to play ball, but it definitely. I mean, I don't think they have to play ball this generation. But I do think it will put them at a disadvantage if they're not very careful about how they position themselves going into the next generation, going into PlayStation 5, right? Regardless of what Microsoft calls whatever the next Xbox is, right? Scarlet, whether it's part of Xbox One or something else. With Microsoft clearly on board with this, and Nintendo seeming to be on board with this, for Sony to be the only place that's not on board, while you're in the lead right now and PlayStation 4 is doing what it's doing, sure. But in the mind of the people as they go to make their next console purchase, if the other manufacturers are on board with something like that,
right,
and you're not, right, and you have friends that have whatever the next Switch is going to be, and or that get whatever the next Xbox is, and you know that if you do either one of those things, or you go on PC, you can still play with all of those people, even if you don't have the exact same console as they do. That could be a major issue for them. So I don't know if they got to play ball now. I really don't think they have
now,
to.
But by the next console generation, because we could start to see more collaborations per se between, like, say, like your Microsoft and your Nintendo for certain things.
Sure.
It's like, hey, you can play with your friends on these two consoles. You know what? Here's an exclusive avatar that you can share between the two. Little small things necessarily. Some people look for those type of things. Sure. And if you say, you know what, hey, this isn't going to work on PlayStation, I'm not going to say that's going to be a driving force factor for those type of things. But, you may have those, oh, wow, man, I can change in between. Say if maybe I have a Microsoft shirt on, maybe if I switch over, the shirt switches to Nintendo or something like that, and it has your game. Some stupid stuff to think about. Yeah. Random. But PlayStation is like, oh no, you don't get nothing special. You go play on PlayStation, you start everything from scratch. You're this PlayStation. You're just there.
Yeah, I mean, look, you have to imagine that with all the acquisitions that Microsoft has made, the new studios, the things they're going to have them working on, they're going to have stuff that's exclusive, right?
Absolutely.
But that doesn't necessarily mean there's going to be exclusivity across everything, right? And so when I say that, clearly Gears of War is going to be PC and it's going to be Xbox. That's what it is, right? Like, Gears of War isn't coming to the Switch. But they're doing a Gears of War mobile game, right? A tactics game. And that, it wouldn't surprise me if right now it's supposed to be PC, but they could put that on Switch.
They could. And
Microsoft is a company that owns property like a Minecraft that is doing well and making them money on other platforms. Somewhere in that wheelhouse, I can see Microsoft having a studio that is working on the thing that might be the next Minecraft, you know what I mean? Or the next Fortnite. And they're not opposed to having it on everything, right? And if they do that, and the cross-platform and or cross-progression, especially cross-progression, cross-progression is more important to me than cross-platform. It's great to be able to play with other people, right? But if you're playing a game and you have it in multiple places, and you can pick that, especially when it's free to play.
Right.
When you can pick that game up on a different device that you already own, or that you plan to own, or that you end up getting, and continue with that same progress, that's going to be a big deal.
Yeah.
And the way that I see Microsoft positioning themselves, there are a lot of people who are Microsoft fans who will be upset if Microsoft announced another game that was coming out that was going to be on PlayStation. You know what I mean? Even if it was going to be on everything else, people would be upset.
Mad.
They would be. But if it was Mojang, and it was whatever the next Minecraft is,
whatever.
If it was one of their other studios, and it was something like that, right? Then you have to imagine that, like, Microsoft is in the amount of money that Microsoft is making, even as in the losing position compared to them and PlayStation, is still a ridiculous amount of money just based on the services that they're getting money from. And so it wouldn't surprise me if they did it.
Right.
It would surprise probably a lot of people, but just looking at what they're doing and how they're doing it, it wouldn't surprise me. And so I think that if Sony's not super careful about the way they position themselves with this going forward,
back themselves into a corner.
Yeah, that we are high and mighty. The same thing that cost them when the PlayStation 3 came out.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I don't want to see, right? Is them make the same kind of mistakes going from PlayStation 2, the king of its era, into PlayStation 3, you know what I mean? And bringing this new console in as the pauper, right? Behind, you know, what everyone else is doing. So, I just think it's an interesting thing, man. And certainly we're probably going to end up having more conversations about it.
Oh, yeah, we are. We can't get off of it.
Yeah, because it's not, I mean, it's a thing that keeps happening. It's not going away. Hey, look, I want everybody who's watching to let us know, what do you guys think? What do you think Sony should be doing? Does it matter to you, or does it even bother you that they're not allowing cross-play? And make sure you hit us up in the comments. Let us know. You can tweet at us, or, you know, hit us up on Facebook to let us know for sure. We're going to take a quick break.
Quick break.
Is that okay with you?
Just a little short break.
And we'll come back, and we're going to talk about some games we playing.
Okay.
Some of that. Cool?
Let's do it.
All right. Bet.
Loading snacks.
What it do, snackers and snackettes? It's your boy Gage, got the homie Coop.
Yo.
And it's time for another snack bite.
Snack bites.
Yeah, I didn't feel it, but it doesn't matter, because you know what we have?
Snack bites.
Yeah, well, okay. Yep. Typical Coop type answers, y'all. Typical Coop type answer. Typical Coop type answer. I don't know if y'all know about popcorners.
Nah.
Pop Warner. Pop. Nah, bruh. And I'm okay with that. Right here it says never fried. That's terrible. That's it. Never fried. Popcorners are actually pretty good, but I have not ever had sweet chili popcorn. So basically they're like popcorn that they like freeform into triangular shapes, not Doritos.
That's like a Voltron shit.
It is. It's like Voltron.
Voltron.
Let's see. Smell like sweet chili popcorn. Smell like popcorn?
It does smell like popcorn.
See?
Looks nothing like popcorn.
Looks nothing like popcorn.
Yeah, but it does in fact smell like popcorn.
Yeah. Texture, they light and airy. Generally speaking. Gentlemen, let me hand that off. So, yeah, I mean, looks like pretty good coverage.
Yeah.
Right? Nice and triangular,
Yeah.
like perfectly
I got a lot
triangular.
of stuff on my fingers already.
Yeah, so here's the thing. Not a loading snack.
Nah.
Not gonna pass that test. You don't want to game and use these. However, let's see what they taste like.
Let's go.
Now, I like sweet chili. I like sweet chili flavored Doritos. I like the light airiness of the popcorn.
I really like this a lot.
I'm telling you though, popcorn. They're pretty good. I like these. Okay?
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Low. I mean, Hayden. He going back in. He's going back in, ladies and gentlemen.
But I can't.
He wanted to.
But I can't.
They're good, bruh. Yeah.
They're good.
Boy, let me get that back.
They're good.
You know what I mean? You want another?
Of course.
Of course you do.
Take a pew.
Where can I find those in my local grocery?
At the local grocery store. Like,
What
it's
aisle?
like we're in the same aisle with like the Doritos and so forth, like near the Sun Chips. You know what I mean? Like, you know that light kind of, yeah.
Terrible.
We don't put these in the same aisle as the chips. Find these by the milk. No. Yeah, just go ahead.
I like these. I think we all agree they're good. Not a loading snack.
No.
But definitely if you see them, if you like the sweet chili flavor, they're pretty solid. I would go ahead and grab Snatch Your Bag. With that said, we're gonna end this snack bite. Toodles and loos.
Loading snacks.
Welcome back, snackers, snackettes. Your boy Gage, your boy Jokes. Loading Snacks Weekly. Listen, bro.
Yeah.
This time of year tends to be the drought before the storm.
Yeah.
Game wise. What are you playing right now? Don't say Destiny.
Kind
What you playing?
Kind of
Are you playing
hop back
Destiny?
into Destiny. I hopped back into Destiny.
What are you playing on? PlayStation or Xbox?
Xbox.
Okay.
So of course, like I played D1 on PlayStation, and then when we say, you know, hey, we're all going to get Destiny 2, I went ahead, got it on Xbox.
Fair.
Trying to honestly now is trying to grind. It's that time we're getting Forsaken is literally about to drop now.
It is.
So this is the point now where you have to finish a lot of stuff. Where you know how they give out the shirts for when you do certain milestones and everything in there. It's pretty much at that point now.
Where you get a shirt.
Yeah, so Moments of Triumph. Yeah. So they gave away when you did like certain amount of things, it was like, oh, you get a shirt to commemorate you doing everything. You can get your gamer tag and all that on there. We're at the point now. But I'm so far behind. I mean, I haven't done the raid. I still need to do that. I've mostly been online playing. Now I'm grinding, trying to get the new
Finish
gear
the
that they
armor
drop. Finish the armor set. I just gotta finish the missions. They've of course, like we said, you got your
Who are you playing with?
I play with Sin a little bit.
Okay.
Then I've just been grinding by myself. Like
Is that fun?
it's not.
Why are you doing it?
Cause it's like we're at parallel times sometimes. Like I'll play random late at night at work. I know I got to get up to be at work, but Sin has to be up a lot earlier than us. Well, a lot earlier than me.
Yeah.
Sometimes. So
Yeah.
he ends up being out. So I'll be on grinding late at night.
Yeah. We played briefly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm done, dude. I can't do it. I tried.
Try it.
I'm out.
Don't redo it.
I'm out.
It's out. Shelf. Delete.
It's it's rare. I feel like it's rare that I actually get angry at a game.
Mm-hmm.
Not like there may be still some moments where I get like playing a game, get angry at the game, and want to like chuck a controller. I mean like angry at like the idea of the game. You know what I mean? And when we started playing, like I was so like I was like, okay, you know what? I'm back in. I'm playing. Feels good.
Yeah.
Missed mechanics, hitting my jumps, headshots, banging dudes out. Like it's okay, cool, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I jumped in and joined like you were mid mission.
Right.
When I joined in on your mission and we're playing. I'm like, cool. I'm in here. I got it. We're good. And then we get back to the tower, and you're like, okay, you got to go talk to the statue.
Mm-hmm.
Which is like,
Whatever.
all right, why am I going to talk to the statue? But okay, like I went and I picked up all this new stuff or whatever that I had. That always feels good, right? It's just like getting mail. Like
Is it?
you never outgrow.
You got
I mean, other than the fact that you get bills in the mail sometimes, like
Yeah.
you never really outgrow getting something cool in the mail, right? So, I don't mind going to tests, and getting a couple packages or whatever. Like that's cool. But then I get this new armor set, and I'm amped because the color on the armor in the screen is green.
Green, of course.
That's my color.
Of course.
I'm like, okay, we can do this. And I look at the armor and I'm like, why is the power level on the armor so low?
Mm-hmm.
Why is it 200? And you're like, oh, you got to start all over again from the very beginning and basically replay in order to celebrate the anniversary of Destiny 2. You get to play the game over again from the beginning as if it's the first time you're playing it, because your armor set is back down at the bottom, and you must now re-earn. Like, my power level is like 308, 310. Why wouldn't you give me armor that's 308, 310, and then give me something new to do, or just something cool to do, to boost it to 400? Why not just make the number 450? Why not make it 500? Instead of telling me I gotta go back down to where I was and replay from the very, like I played it all. I already did that.
Yeah.
Why am I doing this again? You know what I mean? And it felt so disrespectful. It honestly felt, I don't think I've ever felt like that before. That, like, it felt like a complete disregard for my personal time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you don't have anything better to do than to
go back
replay this
and
game
replay
again
this
all the
mission.
way over because we gave you new armor.
We changed it a little bit.
And literally, dog, like, I don't think I've ever done this before. I was like, wait a minute.
I'm doing this all over again.
They want me to do this. Like, we're in the chat, and I'm like, wait a minute. Let me just... I got to do this all over again. I got the new armor, whatever, but the new armor is not my level or a little stronger than my level or even just a little bit lower than my level.
I was like, yep.
And you're like, yep. And I literally was like, I'm out. I'm out. That's so. There's so much other stuff to play.
Mm-hmm.
So much other stuff to play that it's just not worth
Just
it.
don't want to do it again. Yeah.
I'm not doing it again.
I feel it.
I'm not doing it again. It's disrespectful. Like, I don't think I've ever felt that way about a game. Like, that, it doesn't respect your time. Like, it just, I know that there are people who want to grind. I grind. I don't mind grinding in a game I don't mind grinding in a game. Like, I play Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'll grind in a good JRPG or whatever to consistently increase my level. Not to go all the way back down and then replay a bunch of stuff to get back to where I was to then have to go. That's disrespectful. Like, I don't even, like, it's so, I don't, like, I'm mad, yo. Like, I don't even, like, I don't want to talk about this anymore. Because I'm actually, like, I'm mad about it. Like, I don't, I'm mad about it.
I feel that.
And I don't know why you keep playing it. Like
I don't know.
You could be playing.
It's the same love-hate relationship I had with Destiny 1. Like.
No, it's not. I mean, it is, but it's not. Like, because at least with Destiny 1, like, you bought it. You traded it in.
I bought it again.
You bought it again.
I traded it in.
You traded it in. And then you bought it again. Right? But it's not like you lost any progression.
You're right.
It's not like you had this. You did start over because you bought it on PlayStation and then bought it again on Xbox so you could play with us.
Yeah.
So at that point, and that's, you made that choice though. They didn't do that to you.
Nope.
We did that to you. We was like, yo, you need to come play with us on Xbox.
Okay.
Nobody did that to you. So that's a choice. But this is like, this is what you're giving me? This is what you're doing to try to get me excited for the new content? That's asinine.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it. I'm just not. So listen.
Outside of that, what you been playing?
Not Destiny. Not at all. Here's the thing. I actually been playing. I'm back on Tekken. I've been playing Tekken 7 because normally when I get a fighting game like Tekken, like I'm all in and I like go through the story, then I go through all the characters and I beat it with all the characters. You know what I mean, one by one. And I just, for some reason, I just didn't do that with Tekken. It didn't quite catch me. But like just before Evo hit, I was kind of like, let me jump back in Tekken and just kind of. And so I've been playing that and kind of just getting back into the groove, muscle memory kind of kicking back in, which doesn't all work because I still have muscle memory from other games, other Tekken games or whatever. But just kind of getting, like, I'm not interested in Dragon Ball FighterZ. It looks cool. I don't want to play it. You know what I mean? So I'm not interested in that really at all.
Yeah.
But I've been spending a lot of time with Tekken. Just Paul and King, bruh. Paul and King going back in with the two of them. And I guess you play fighting games,
I
but
play fighting games.
it's not your thing. It's
I like Tekken. Like I played Tekken for a little. Matter of fact, I didn't buy it when it first came out.
Okay.
I got it. Matter of fact, this past Black Friday,
Mhm.
and I got it for like $15.
Okay.
Jumped into it.
Not bad.
Like it, but then same thing. I'm the one that likes Dragon Ball Fighters. Obviously,
Right.
it's Dragon Ball Z.
But are you
I got
playing it?
I am playing it, cause by far I played on Xbox. I just started playing. They dropped the beta for it on the Switch, so I was like, yeah. So I was like, let me jump on this and see, cause Dragon Ball Fighters on the go. I'm in, but playing on the Switch.
How was the beta? Like, is it
It's playing fine.
okay?
My issue is on the Switch and playing, and there's no D-pad. It's just the button, like the buttons on there. It's my hand is too
Instead
big.
of having an actual D-pad, you have the buttons, like the C buttons.
And so when I'm holding the Switch, I'm literally holding it like this, like having
because
my
it's underneath.
because it's underneath, and
You
of course
can't
up
play
here.
with the analog.
You can play with the analog
But
stick.
you can't play with the analog.
I
like
prefer to play with the D-pad because when you're doing certain combos, I don't know. I find it easier to do.
that. No, I get that. I'm just saying, like,
But it's like it's just so. It's almost like it's cramped when I'm playing on the Switch. I'm trying. I want to play it on
yeah.
the
Do
go.
you have a Pro controller?
I have a Pro controller.
Okay, so have you played it? I
haven't
mean,
tried-
obviously, if you're gonna play it on your TV, why wouldn't you just play it on your
Yeah, I'll
Xbox?
play exactly. I'm playing on TV. The object for the Switch is I'm taking it with me. Now, granted, I could take my Pro controller with me for my Switch.
Can you play with just one controller on it? Like if
I
you,
haven't tried it with just taking one off and trying that. I've just played.
yeah, like
with,
if you were gonna play one on one. Well, it's in beta. Can you play 2 players on it?
You can play. Not on there. Like you can do
Okay.
online multiplayer type thing.
Okay.
So, but I haven't tried to just take one of the Joy Cons and just play with it by itself.
Okay.
It may make a difference, but I feel like I'm going to be more cramped on this little thing trying
You
to
are.
do it. So, I feel like I'll play it from time to time, but I will not see myself consistently playing it portably on the Switch, just using Pro controller, probably.
Okay.
But I still, initially I didn't buy the DLC. I went ahead and scooped the DLC on Xbox for Fighters.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
Broly, Vegito, a couple extras playing on there. Broly is just vicious. Like, he's just being Broly.
Yeah, what do you think about that? Like, with them dropping Broly ahead of the movie,
Mm-hmm.
do you think they're gonna do something to change or adapt or something with him? Because, like, I know with fighters, one of the things they do is they have, like, you do certain finishes on certain people or whatever, and it gives you almost like a cutscene or like a famous scene.
Certain ones that you'll do.
Do they have something like that for him from the old one? Because technically that's not canon, right? Anymore? Is that... I'm not tripping.
So,
Listen, Dragon Ball is not... I like some anime, right? And Dragon Ball is cool. It's cool, right? But it's not... Like, I'm not super into it.
yeah.
So,
But no,
What's
you're
the-
right. They're pretty much saying forget those other movies.
Right.
This is what Broly's gonna be. This is what it's gonna be. So I'm hoping maybe, if anything, they may give him like an extra skin. Like you can change the colors of like your appearance. Maybe when you go to one of those colors and change, it'll switch to movie Broly. Maybe, I don't know. Okay. I would think it would be a second Broly because I'm sure his movesets would be different.
yeah.
With the changes to it. But that could be.
So, I also started playing Zombie Army Trilogy.
Matter of fact, I downloaded it.
Yeah.
I
you
did
play it?
download. I haven't played it yet.
Let's play that joint, bro. Listen, I only played like the very beginning of it, and part of the reason why is because I want to play it on co-op, okay? But it's 3 games, and it's a stupid premise, right? I mean, basically, it's like the end of World War II, and Hitler is about to lose, and like as he's about to lose,
I got
he's
something
just like,
up my sleeve.
yeah. Bring on the zombies.
Zombies.
So you basically, you play like a World War II soldier
Mm-hmm.
with a sniper rifle. So basically, like when you start the game, you outfit your character. You choose one of like 8 different sniper rifles.
Mm-hmm.
They all have slightly different things. Like one has a better scope, one's got better distance, one has more power, or has better reload, or you know what I mean, stuff like that. Okay, you pick a secondary weapon, so a shotgun or like a machine, something like that, and then you have like a sidearm, a pistol.
Okay.
And then you get to pick like grenades or like mines or something like that. Okay. But the fact that across the board, like your main weapon is a sniper rifle is like
The whole time.
yeah. And the thing about it is the game, what I like about it is one, you can easily get overwhelmed by zombies. Like there can be a lot of them. You have like a kick button, so you can try to kick them off you or whatever. That doesn't work well. Like that joint is like you getting slaughtered. But like it's important to do headshots because there's a combo meter, right? That counts up as you kill. Headshots obviously makes it go up faster because that's one hit, one kill. Mm-hmm. But the other thing about it is, even if you kill a zombie, if it's not a headshot, it might resurrect. It might get back up. So, like, as you're playing, especially as they start to, like, swarm you, and you end up, like, having to take the pistol out or the shotgun out to, like, try to put them down real quick.
It has to be headshot.
You still gotta,
headshots.
they don't always get back up, but they can. And, like, the way the difficulty is set in the game, I like the way it's set because it does increase, like, maybe the number of zombies and like, how difficult they... But what it really does is it increases things like your gun sway. When you go to aim, how much your heart rate affects your aim. How much wind resistance and gravity affect your shots. Like, as you increase the difficulty... That stuff goes
comes
up.
into effect.
Bruh. It's a problem. It's a problem.
Interesting.
But I also started playing this small game they added it to Game Pass. It's called Dundara.
Okay.
And I was interested in it before. It's basically like it's like a side-scrolling Metroidvania kind of game. Really cool. It looks like an African American character, like a girl. She's got this long like scarf on, and the game works. You can't like run. You can't travel along the path a certain way. Basically, there are like these highlighted paths along the pathways that you can jump to, but you can't just like run across. And so it just makes it interesting, jumping from place to place, figuring out what the puzzles are, and as you move, like the stages turn. It's cool, bruh. Like it's pretty cool. I'm digging it. I'm digging it a lot. So Dundara is pretty cool. I jumped back in and started playing Lego Marvel Superheroes 2 again with my youngest. So we're trying to bang that out because there was a lot of DLC stuff that came out. Black Panther, just a bunch of different stuff that came out that we just never got into. So
that's what's up.
Doing that, bruh.
That's the only other thing I've really touched. I downloaded. I'm not sure if I want to fully buy it yet. I probably will. I downloaded the demo for Octopath Traveler on my Switch.
Oh yeah,
I did.
Yeah.
And for me, that's kind of a little bit of a different realm. Now I play like Final Fantasy and stuff.
But you didn't play like the original, like the 16-bit
no,
stuff
I
like that.
didn't play those.
Okay.
So it was a little bit of a different experience. Now,
but it looks incredible.
It looks great.
Yeah.
I will tell you, if you're not someone that likes reading script and like reading text on there, initially the characters will talk. They will have conversation. Yeah. You're gonna have to read a lot.
You are.
You're gonna have to read a lot.
That's how old JRPGs work.
And I'm fine with that. Like, but I know with some people, you just want to jump right in. You can skip through the stuff. You can. But then you'll just lose.
You're not as invested.
The context. Exactly. But I like it. I'm gonna go ahead and finish the demo out.
Okay.
And by the end of the demo, if I feel really good, I'm gonna go ahead and commit. I'm gonna buy that.
Well, again, with the newest demo, if you do that, then your progress is saved. So that's cool.
Mm-hmm. That's cool. I think that's gonna be for now my traveling game with my Switch.
I dig that because that's gonna take some time.
That's gonna take some time.
Look, Tell us what y'all are playing. What's going on right now in this drought? And what are you excited about that's coming? Are you playing Destiny? Are you getting ready for Forsaken? Whatever.
But
Look, what I need you guys to do, besides tell us that, is I need you guys to make sure you like, share, and subscribe and hit the ding-a-ling bell.
The ding-a-ling bell.
Make sure you're following us across all social media at Loading Snacks. You can follow me at Empty Shells. It'll be below. Make sure you're following this guy right here at New Joker 89. Make sure you're following Creative 71. My man KK.
Yeah, kid.
Yeah.
For all your multimedia needs, if you need some music, if you need some video shot, photography, that's the guy right there that makes the magic happen. I mean, he does some editing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that dude right there, he's on that camera, not this camera, just so y'all know. Tricky. Yeah, do all of that for us. We greatly appreciate it. We love all the support that we're getting, and look out for us, because whether they know it or you know it or not, the Patreon's coming. So we're going to be looking for your support there too. Almost time for Baltimore Comic-Con.
Yep.
With that, we out. Toodles and Lose.
Loading snacks.